Howdy everybody, welcome back again. Today we are focusing again on a different mount for the Fab Asset Store. This mount is going to be the minecart. This one is pretty much the same thing. There's a couple small differences, as you can tell, you can add a mesh to your spline on this one, and it functions the same way as the boat. There's the mount itself, it functions as a sequence, and there's a mount exit, and it summons your character to the end and unhides it, just like the boat. So, I guess we should start off with how to use this mount. Go to Content, go to Mounts and Vehicles, go to Blueprints, and I'm gonna put this over here with the character, just because it's easier. Go into Vehicle Mount, and simply drag and drop it onto the screen, just like that. To build rail, all you have to do is hold down left Alt on your keyboard and drag it out. Click on the end of the spline and once again hold down Alt on the left of your keyboard and drag it in a different direction. Super simple. And let's put vehicle exit at the end. And give it a try. Just like that, our character is now at the end of the tracks. So it's cool, but you probably want to know how it functions, and how to change out your meshes, and how to change the sounds and customize it. You might want to make a train. So let's do that right quick. I'm going to cover vehicle exit, just because it's appropriate. This box right here, this is a box collision, and it's in the event graph when it's overlapped by the vehicle ride. It's checking for the vehicle ride to do once, teleport character to the location. Remember, this is the vehicle exit, so it's teleporting your character to the end of the location. And when it's unoverlapped, it's checking again for the vehicle ride. It's sending a delay to reset it and restart again. And of course we're teleporting the character, so we have to cast to our third-person character, or whatever character you're using. If there's enough going on with this asset pack, I will happily show how to migrate it to other projects. So that covers vehicle exits. Now let's get into vehicle ride. So this is basically adding a mesh to your spline. It's calculating the beginning of the spline, the ending of the spline, and it is adjusting your mesh, your railroad mesh, or whatever you decide to use. If you go smaller, the length actually needs to be smaller so it renders correctly. And this is adding a mesh to your spline, and this is calculating start to end. It's updating the meshes to your spline. This spline right here on the top left, and that's what we're using to build our boat path, our minecart path, and to change the change the mesh on your spline, highlight it, add spline mesh component, and this is going to be your mesh. So let's say I want to change this to something different. I believe this one is out of a different asset pack. Compile. Oops, it's calculating. I have a potato for a computer, so cope with me. Yeah, it's a different rail. That doesn't look right. But you can play with it and do whatever you want. It would be adjusted right here. I'm gonna change that back right quick, because I was just wanting to show you guys how to change the mesh. Compile and save. So now that the construction script is out of the way, let's go into the event graph. Same old song. You set your speed variable right here. If you want to go faster, set it to 1000. If you want to go slower, set it to 100. This is your vehicle reset. It's checking for the vehicle reset. This is still moving. It's checking to see if the vehicle is still moving. Length is going to be used only in your construction script, and that's to calculate the meshes for your spline. Distance and speed are kind of self-explanatory. They're all floats, distance, and speed. Speed is how fast your cart is moving. Distance is how many spots it's moving forward, I guess you could say. And again, this one has everything right out on the front page. There's no special events or anything, just so you can kind of look at it all at one spot and get familiar with it. There's your same camera movement. If you want to invert it, go +1 here instead of -1. And so we've covered this. This is moving your minecart. Again, this is a whole mess of delays and stuff. It's just the way it all worked out. Anywhere that you're supposed to cast your character, it's bright yellow. There's 3 on this one. Anything vehicle related is black. This is the logic for the vehicle. This is you jumping in the vehicle. It's actually you possessing it. And anything character related is green. Hide character and disable movement. Disable character input. And the sound is also color-coded the same. Actually, it might not be color-coded by the time it's done with Fab. That's okay. Initial sound is when you're getting in the vehicle. Continuous sound is while the vehicle is moving. To change initial sound, it's going to be this guy here. You can use the drop-down menu for more options. And for the continuous sound, while you're in the vehicle, highlight Add Audio Component, and it's going to be this little guy up here. camera fades are in pink. So this is fading your camera on exit, camera fade on enter. Same song. And feels like I'm forgetting something. Oh, the best part of the tutorial. Let's go to viewport and let's get rid of this sad minecart that I made in Blender. Highlight your minecart, or just your ore cart, whatever you want to call it. Go to Cart, Skeletal Mesh Asset. So if you don't have a skeletal mesh, go to Cart up top, and it's just a static mesh. And look for whatever you want to add. So now we have this one. Let's go ahead and go to highlight the old one. And go to the top left and look for visible. And just uncheck it so we can't see it. Now we've got our new minecart. Compile and save. And let's try out our new minecart. Working just like it should. Now mind you, when you change out your minecart or your railroads or anything like that, you're probably gonna have to adjust a few things. Camera left or right. I would not move the minecart around too awful much. I guess you could if you wanted to. But for the sake of simplicity, I would leave the minecart right where it's at. And the other thing we want to do, even though it's not rendering correctly on my project, yours might be different, is highlight our spline component and let's look for a rail. Wait for my potato to compile. Save. There we go. Now it's all aligning correctly out of that other asset pack. So I don't understand why it's automatically defaulting to oak. Let's look for rail. And wait for my potato to compile again. That was it. So in your project, you're probably going to have to update the... Yeah, in your project, you're going to have to update your element, your material, and it should work just fine. Alrighty, well, I think that pretty well covers it. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this, and delete this, because we don't need it on the demo level. I'm gonna set this back to RealC. And if you don't know, hold down your right mouse button and scroll forward to move faster, and scroll backwards to move slower. And the other thing we need to update is the minecart. Oh yeah, we did visible. On the top right, search for visible, uncheck visible, and go back to the skeletal mesh. You don't have to do this, I'm just setting it back to the default. And compile, save. That looks like it. Alright, I hope you guys are enjoying your new minecart rides and you're having a great day. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.